That's us coming up to Mallaig now. Still a bit to go, but just giving you a viewpoint from out here. Now, Mallaig is a ferry port, a fishing port, and it also does a few smaller commercial and pleasure craft. So it's quite a big harbour. Well, in fact, it's divided into three. One, the outer one for the ferries, the inner one, the middle one for the fishing boats, and the inner one for small commercial and pleasure craft. Another thing that Mallaig is, well, I'm going to say famous for, but probably not many people actually realise what it is. There's a railway line from Glasgow to here. This is the terminus at the end of it, and there is a steam train called the Jacobite that runs on this particular track, as well as more modern lines. But the Jacobite and the railway link from here to Glasgow are the ones that have been used in the filming of the Harry Potter series. So the Harry Potter getting on at platform 9 3/4, and if they actually ran it through to the end, they should be getting off here at Mallaig, but obviously they stop off at Hogwarts first. We're getting closer now to the entrance. The entrance itself is from the north, so we go round the rocks there with the lighthouse on them. And just beyond that there's a buoy that we also have to go round, so we're kind of almost doing 180 degrees back on ourselves to get in. And here's one of the ferries coming out now. Because of the busyness of the port, there is a traffic light system. As we turn round, we'll see they either have 3 red lights, or sometimes they remember to put green ones on, but they do switch the red lights off. So if you don't see red lights, you can get in. Otherwise, seeing red lights, then stay put at the entrance. There's actually a couple of boats just waiting out there. There's a sailing yacht and a motorboat waiting for this ferry to come out. The red lights are on the end of the second jetty in, but they're not on at the moment. They're right beside a pillar, right beside a statue of a fisherman. Here's the second harbour with the fishing boats in it, and the main street. You can see the main street there in behind, and there's another where the row ferry cars are going. It's around this turquoise boat here. This is the inside the harbour now, looking from the land, and we're on. There's a couple of fingers. You can see one closer to is a lot smaller fishing boats. There's a few commercial vessels, but most of it is pleasure craft. And I thought, if you can see out in the point, we've got the three red lights on, so either that ferry is leaving or there's another one coming in. But nobody can leave the harbour, or should leave the harbour now, or come in with those lights on. Right, for anybody that's wanting to stretch their legs or go for a dog walk, just round to the north of the pontoons, there's this path that is a footpath, and it goes up the hill and through a glen up there, a valley up that way, and it's a lovely walk. It's well kept footpath, and there's also a viewpoint up on the hill up there, so it's well worth a wander if you want to stretch your legs or the dogs need their legs stretched. Drinking water for dogs. There's a ferry coming in and one has just left. The one that's coming in had been just circling outside the harbour for about 5 minutes now. The one that's leaving was obviously taking a bit too long to load up. It looks like the one that's leaving through the trees there is off to Egg or Muck, and I think the bigger one here might have come from Armadale on Skye. And there, I believe, we have the Jacobite. Andrew gets asked quite a bit what he means when he's talking about in-haulers. And what we've got here is a very simple system. You can see the jib sheet is through a ring there, and it's pulling the flue of the jib further inboard, and that's tightening the slot between the main and the jib, and what that's doing is allowing the boat to point higher. And it's coming through, after the turning blocks, it's coming through the cleats, and in fact at the moment it's round the winch that we've got there. So it is the white with the black flecks through the ring and across the coach roof to the turning blocks. And here's the lazy sheet with the other one going in the opposite direction, again tied on at the foot of the mast there, the sheet going through the ring, and that's coming across the coach roof into the other set of turning blocks and the back to the jammers and a winch anchor. Another thing we use on the boat quite frequently is a backstay tensioner. It just flattens under stronger winds. You pull the backstay further back, it will flatten the luff of the sail a bit and just stop the boat being quite so overpressed. So it's a very simple mechanism that we use. We've got twin backstays, and up there we've got a little pulley that's attached to the backstay, and another one over there, and we've got this line that is going between the two of them and down onto the block and the purchase and through to a cleat down there, and the same on the other side. Now this isn't instead of the backstays. The backstays are still there. This is just pulling on from either side. We can pull them back, and see what's happening is that the backstay is being pulled together. So just tensioning up by compressing the two together. Yeah, how badly do you not want to tack? He's been luffing and luffing along the shore there. And he's nearly past it, but not quite. There's lots of little waterfalls coming down off the hill, and this path has culverts every so often to let the water pass and carry on down towards the harbour. This is the largest of the streams that we meet on the walk, and this one comes tumbling down from very high on the mountainside, so there's a lot of water in it when it's been raining. So we're meeting this in between the falls. There's lower falls, which we're going down to have a look at, and there's also up near the road upper falls. And there's a path up the side of the stream, so you can get from the bottom to the top and see view both falls. And there's actually also a path down the side of the road if you want to get back to Tobermory that way. There's a good strong footbridge across the bottom of the falls here. there's enough, no gaps for little dogs or little people to squeeze through. And here are the falls, the lower falls. That's a lot of water pouring down there. But you get a fabulous viewpoint from the bridge. From the other side of the bridge, it all turns very tame because there's absolutely no height left. It just spreads out and trickles down in between the rocks. There's Tobermory from down at the side falls. I'm sure you can hear them in the background there. So we've come quite a distance to walk round to here, but it is a lovely walk. And this is the waterfall from the harbour. And the path is obviously just up there. I showed you the straight down. It's tumbling off the rocks into the harbour. That's us leaving Tobermory now. We've been on a mooring, which also there's a lot of Tobermory Harbour Authority moorings to pick up, and you pay for them at the Harbour Master's office. One of the other things I haven't mentioned before, we haven't done it recently, there is another dog walk. Look to the one along the cliffs to the west, but there is a dog walk, or a path anyway, starting at the ferry terminal there, and you can see it cut up into the trees, and it goes through the trees and around the point and ends up at the lighthouse. So you can actually walk out to the lighthouse if it was something you fancied doing. You get from there, you get a great view up and down the sound. The walk carries on maybe 20-30 metres above the water level, and slopes all the way down towards the lighthouse. Looking down the sound, as we're coming out of Loch Allen, there's a few boats, and it's actually looking sunnier down there, but that's where we're going. We're going back to Crove now. It's looking a little less wet. And just looking down towards the bottom of the Sound of Mull, you can see the smaller vessel on the right. That was the Isle of Lewis that we've just seen passing. So this is the Queen Victoria Cunard cruise liner coming up. I'm presuming they'll be stopping off at Tobermory, anchor off the bay, and they have boats that will take it to the shore, and Tobermory will become even busier than it is now, but it's great, it's good industry for them. And I'm just wanting to say a few things about that waterfall that's right in the middle of the picture. It's tumbling off the cliff. And it must have been tumbling off the cliff for many, many years. And yeah, I think what's remarkable about it is that it is not cut any kind of crevice in. You would expect with that quantity of water over millennia that have cut into the cliff. So the rocks are just so hard here that it's just still just tumbling off the edge. Not cut this way. Yeah, we're just she will change direction once she gets to that buoy off her bow, and then she'll be aiming more or less straight for us, so we've got to try and move as far to our right as possible. Obviously she's a lot deeper than we are, so we've got to make sure that she gets the centre of the channel so we can fit in with that.